No, I don't like to do that.
Your girl V Savage in the building, and welcome back to Dirty Tea Podcast. Today we have special guests, my daughter Tyler.
Hi, I'm Tyler. I'm from Tyler Tarot.
And then we have the bestie Raven.
I'm just here to help out.
So she has an assistant today, which is good because being that obviously we're fam, we know each other. I'm sure listeners out there probably think that the insight that Tyler's giving is, already known information, but honestly, it's not. I don't be telling this girl my business. And so we have a fresh set of eyes here, Raven. So she's gonna also chime in and give her feedback in how she views the cards. However that works, I don't know. They're going to give us the details later. But I just want everyone to know that this episode is sponsored by Optics and Fashion by KV. Check out that website. And also make sure you follow us on social media, Dirty Tea _podcast on IG. And Facebook is Dirty, the letter T, and then podcast. Also, we're on Snapchat. OnlyFans now, we on there too. Don't think anything crazy. It's not that crazy. You get an occasional booty pic maybe, but for the most part, it's all just content that you don't see on social media. If I'm out and about, you'll be the first one to know. Come party with your girl, and also just polls so that you can interact with us on the episodes, because we aren't live yet. So you get to put your 2 cents in, and we'll shout you out also. So it's just a way to be more interactive with the podcast. And so today's reading, it was hard for me to there's so many things I want to know, but I think today is gonna be, am I ready to meet my soulmate? That is the main question, because Tyler has done my reading before and told me who my soulmate was, but I keep running into characters that meet up to those same kind of characteristics, so it's kind of hard to figure that out. So I mean, I don't know. You did say soulmates can change based on your energy. You told me that once.
No, yeah, exactly. So it's sort of a thing where every day people grow and change. You live through new life experiences, and you go through new things and you learn new things, and that sort of changes your sort of mindset and who you are. Mm-hmm. And as you go on, things like soulmates, or whether they're platonic or romantic, they can change. Yeah.
That makes sense. So that makes it, because, some people think there's only one person in this whole world for you, but that's not true. People do get, married multiple times, whether they're widowed or whatever, and they do fall in love with more than one person. So that definitely explains that. What about you, Raven? Do you think there's one person out there for everybody, or?
No, there's definitely more than one person out there for people, platonic or romantic.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's see what the cards lie for me, because as you guys all know, it has been a rough breakup, and we're just trying to figure out, obviously working on myself, because that's number one. Love yourself, and that episode is going to be coming up next month. But we have a self-love coach coming in, Betty Dang, and that'll be cool to listen to what she has to say and how she can coach our listeners. But the way I feel like you, while she's shuffling her cards, I feel like you don't know when you're going to meet your soulmates. When you're not looking for it, that it tends to happen. So what do you think? Do you agree, Raven?
I think from my personal experience, finding a soulmate can be very difficult because you never know where they're going to come up. When you do readings for these things, they'll tell you you're going to meet them like in a week, and then it'll be like 2 months before you actually meet them. Or like when you ask for descriptions of them, they'll tell you that this person's from your past, and it could be someone you just walked past in the street and you've never seen in your life.
Right. Oh, that's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's really...
Because my soulmate, the last time we did the reading, was someone from my childhood, a water sign, someone generous. I can't remember the other stuff you told me, but I was thinking more so like someone I went to school with, someone I hung out with, or, you know, it could be just someone I passed by in my childhood and didn't know at all.
Yeah, that's the thing with those types of like timestamps. They'll often say, "Oh, from your childhood or from your past," and it could be someone that you've talked to for like 2 seconds and didn't give much thought. Yeah. But you still met them before. They're not someone you've never seen. So it could come up like that sometimes.
Okay.
Okay, so for our tarot cards, right now, off the bat, we have the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords in reverse, and the Tower. So the first thing that we're really seeing right now is definitely saying more self-work needed here. We have Nine of Wands, which is quite literally like almost the saying sticks and stones, like going through rough patches and it ending really hard or leaving a really strong impact. And while it could have been really damaging, it's just about the fact that you still got through it and working through that. Yeah. And we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So the main thing about the Queen of Swords is she rules the intellect, she rules all our thoughts. And with that being in reverse, it can represent the person having a lot of almost like pessimistic thoughts. Could also be very self-deprecating from past issues or past heartbreaks.
Me or the soulmate?
You.
Okay.
This is all about you.
Okay.
So yeah, having deprecating thoughts or having self-doubts, which is a big thing with the Queen of Swords in reverse. And generally just like how a situation has mentally impacted you. And with someone, the card that is ruling that, it being in reverse is often it's showing that on the bad side of it.
Okay.
And then you have the Tower and Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles speaks...
Raven shaking her head.
Yeah. The Nine of Pentacles speaks about your gaining the fruits of your labor, like the reward after the hard work. So kind of thinking it like just how the card shows, someone harvesting their fruits after they spent a long, hard, like months of them gardening, and it's maybe hot in the sun and things like that, and going through that hard work and then getting the fruits of your labor after. And the Tower is almost think of reconstruction. It's having something come all crashing down to rebuild. And a lot of that going in with the Queen of Swords in reverse, a lot of that is mentally. I mean, I feel like a lot of people, when they think of relationships, they go automatically to emotions. Like, right. Oh, what am I feeling? Yeah. How do I repair my, like, emotionally heal? But a lot of emotional hurt comes from our mental thought process. I mean, putting ourselves down, having self-doubts. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we're our biggest critic. So your brain criticizing yourself, that can emotionally hurt you, but that all starts with your thoughts. You have to work through all that first.
Yeah. You need to learn how to process those emotions, not only in an effective way, but also a healthy way, because that can cause, certain actions or, things that you say or do that you might regret. But yeah, that's actually what I'm in therapy for, working on right now, so I don't go snap, crackle, pop on somebody. So, Raven, you were shaking your head, so I know you got something to say. Let's hear it.
Whenever I do a reading for anything, whenever I see that tower card, I just know it's just gonna come crashing down at some point. Because the tower card, whereas with the death card, that just means like a change is coming. But with the tower card, it's a sudden change. It's coming fast. You're not gonna see it. It's just gonna come.
Oh, so this means it hasn't happened yet.
No, this is all...
I thought the relationship crashing down already happened.
No, that's true. We're talking about what the relationship crashing, past experiences, and how it has affected you now. So a relationship that has crashed is that's what you've gone through. The whole sticks and stones.
Oh.
That's what has caused the damage.
Could that also mean that some change is coming? Like another crash?
Yes, that's
like the Twin Towers.
No, that's exactly what.
Am I gonna get double hit?
Yes. No, that's exactly what that means.
Yes.
But the thing is,
I don't want it.
But the thing is, back to my example with the 9 of Wands and the sticks and stones, those are all external issues. A person has hurt you. Now the Tower is internal issues. You have to break down how you view yourself, sometimes other people, sometimes even ideas or concepts.
Right.
Like your own natural state of just consciousness of how you think of things. That has to get broken down completely to be rebuilt.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. But I'm still worried something else is going to happen.
I mean, to be fair, as long as you deal with the internal issue, which is the Tower, you'll be able to handle all the external issues that come your way.
I still don't want those external issues.
Nobody wants them.
Yeah.
Stay away from me. I know it's the Pisces.
I know
It's the Pisces.
Yes, the Pisces.
Leave me alone.
This is coming from a Pisces right now.
Yeah. Any toxicity and it says Pisces, you automatically think, yeah. It's just Pisces. I'm so sorry for you.
I'm surrounded. Like, again, I ran into someone I went to school with that we were never friends because he was in a lower class than I was. And I'm thinking, okay, he's a Pisces. He's a water sign. But then you start seeing the red flags. Doop, 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 doop. And it's just like, I don't know. I need another reading from Tyler.
Yeah, see, here's the thing about why these things are so tricky is because even when it comes down to astrology, it's so very specific. I mean, there's so many different levels to it. There's like signs, there's sun signs, moon signs, your rising, are you an evolved sun sign? Are you still stuck in that egotistical state that a bunch of people have to break out of? It's like there's a lot that goes into it. So while you can pretty much categorize people, it's very often impossible to learn someone just based off their sun sign. So that's why
the sun sign is who you're showing to other people, right?
Right, exactly.
Your ego.
It's your ego. It's what you want to show to other people too.
Right.
It's how you want people to view you. It could also be what you base your judgments off of. So, like, a lot of Pisces people, coming from Pisces, we judge a lot of people based off first impressions. I mean, some people might say, my first thought of them wasn't that great, but I don't know them yet, so I can't really say much.
Yeah.
Versus with Pisces being mutable, like very, almost like the saying how people think of Pisces, like the fish flowing in water.
Right.
We're very connecting. So the first time we meet someone, if it's good or it's bad, has a huge like outcome of how we think of you.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, it can be something like that, like first meets, first impressions, how you judge people, like, but it's the very most shallow basis of someone. So that's why I don't necessarily like to judge by sun signs. That's why I'm always go deep into the astrology charts and things like that.
I still haven't got that info yet. So until then, buddy, you're on the back burner. Just so you know.
But furthering the reading, we've got some oracle advice. Your first card is the new moon in Aries. It's time to take action. So this card often talks about taking risks, taking action, being like an Aries, like a bull, you know, going straight for it, diving deep into it. I know a lot of.
See, that's always got me in trouble before.
But it's not. But it's not. I'm not speaking in a context of diving straight into relationships. I mean, diving straight into healing. I mean, that's a lot.
Oh yeah.